Hey y'all, this is me for the last time for today. Okay, I am all videoed out, but I'm glad that I did get the opportunity to get caught up with all of my shows. So I should be back on track with the exception of the Escape show. So once again, final video of tonight, which is going to be last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop New York. I could have actually got this video out last night, but my husband decided that he wanted to go out to get something to eat and get some drinks. So who am I to say no to food and drinks? Okay. So I happily turned off that goddamn TV, and I was like, I'll get caught up on it, whenever. But anyway, child, we are on Love and Hip Hop New York. This is season 8. Season 8, I think. Episode 2. I don't know the name of it, but I'll try and have it down in the description box. So we open up the show with Papoose and this up and coming artist named Jacquay. They are, I guess, giving us a sample of Papoose's song "I'm on my bullshit." I think "Back on My Bullshit." I think that's what it's called. I've actually heard the song before because I think that he did a remix and Rick Ross is on it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost certain because around that time when they released it, it was speculation that Papoose could have possibly been signing with MMG, but I just think that's what it was, just speculation. You know how niggas talk. But anyway, they were doing a interview with DJ Self up at the radio station, basically, and it was kind of sweet for what it is. Papoose says that aside from him managing Remy, he is now going to get focused back on his own music, and I like Papoose as a rapper. I'm not really into like the New York stuff, but the New York music isn't as hard as it used to be, because sometimes you have some New York artists, they put some shit out and you be thinking this motherfucker from like Georgia, like that Georgia sound, or that Atlanta sound, or sometimes hell they even give you like a damn down south Miami vibe sometimes. So I think that the differences in the style of music is not the same as it was in the 90s and the early 2000s, when you knew that there was some up north niggas and you knew that there was some down south niggas and you knew that there was some west coast niggas. But like I said, I like Papoose because I come from an era of where I like motherfuckers that can actually rap. I don't want a bitch to just get on a track and sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" to me and it's an overnight hit. Like I don't like this new age shit. But anyway, child, they wasn't really talking about too much. The guy, Jacquay, he kind of gave us a little bit of his resume on the people that he's worked with. I ain't heard of none of them, I don't think. But it is what it is. So that was that. Child, we go over here to Judy. Judy gotta go. Judy got to go. Okay, somebody just go ahead and just get rid of Judy. Okay, Judy says that Yandy has been dressing provocative. I don't think that Judy said the word correctly, but I just didn't even have the strength to rewind it to see exactly what it is that she said, but that's what she meant. Okay, she said that she's been dressing provocative lately, and she knows that something is going on with her, and she did exactly what I told y'all that she was going to do on my last video, which was get in contact with Mendici and basically make it seem like she caught Yandy and that dude in mid-fuck, just like I knew she was gonna do. In the same sentence, she would say that Mendici has enough on his plate with being locked up and being away from his family. He has enough to worry about, but she feels like he needs to know this. Like, no, he didn't. She didn't do anything, or you didn't see her doing anything which was enough for you to actually go back and report to him. She was telling him that she was, rubbing him down from his shoulders. Like, she was basically made it seem like she was giving him a massage. This is the picture that she was painting in this man's head. Excuse me, she was giving him a massage and then talking about she was looking at him in his eyes and shit. And I'm like, Judy, bitch, you ain't shit. Okay, you ain't shit. But yeah, child. But my thing with that is, she didn't see enough, like I said, to go back and report to him. Now, if you really thought that this was some shit that you might need to keep your eye out on, why don't you just lay around and peep the scene and see how shit is going. That wasn't enough for you to go and tell that man. Like, it just wasn't, you know. That shit was crazy. Let me see here. We go over here to Anais. The jury has made its decision, and I don't like her. But anyway, child, she's doing a photo shoot, and the guy Navarro, we find out, is Rich's frat brother. He calls Rich in to... What does Rich do? Like... Because at first I thought that Rich was like a manager, but why would Navarro be calling Rich in to work with this girl when he's her manager? So really, what is it that Rich does? I know he ain't no damn producer, so what is it that he does besides, you know, tell people that he's gonna work with them and end up sleeping with them and don't shit end up going nowhere with their career? Like, somebody let me know, okay? Let me see, child. But yeah, so he shows up, Rich shows up to the photo shoot or whatever, and Anais is being her old regular thirsty, need for attention self, okay? She's basically flirting with Rich, and you can see Rich's wheels spinning, regardless on how much he's trying to tell us that he's a new person now, being that he done found out he got this diabetes and he's trying to change, and you know, whatever, child. You can see that nigga wheels spinning, child, trying to figure out what he got to do to, or how, because it ain't know what he got to do, because we all know Rich will seal the deal, okay? But he's just trying to figure out how he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that was that, child. We go over here to this dream doll girl. She doing something. I don't know if that was a rehearsal or what. And listen, if people gonna be running around here getting their asses done, I'm gonna need them to have some people to put whatever it is that they put in their ass. They need to put some in their thighs and in their legs too, because I'm sick of looking at everybody around here with these big asses and these little short ass legs, or these little short and skinny ass legs. Like, it don't make sense nowhere in America to me. But anyway, child, she's there doing that. And Safari shows up. DJ Self had invited Safari to come and check her out, which Safari hadn't already checked her out when he met her at the little thing that Remy was doing on the last episode. So DJ Self wants Safari to work with her. Now, when he says work with her, I mean, is he meaning like write some raps for her? Or, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know what the fuck Safari does either. Because, you know, I mean, I think I know what he does, but I'm not 100% sure if that's his actual job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that he helped Nicki Minaj a lot in her career, like as far as writing, and I know he has some executive producer rights, but I think that she just named him as a executive producer so that he can get cut a check, you know. But so, I mean, I know he does something along those lines. I don't know if he's like a manager. I don't know if he's a producer. I don't know what these people do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know, child. But so anyway, while Self is talking, Safari and Dream Doll, because I keep wanting to call that girl Cash Doll, but Dream Doll, her and Safari, they making googly eyes at each other till DJ Self was just like, child, I'm out of here, fuck it. And Safari does ask her on a date or whatever. So Bree, the chick from last week with the half and half hair, she goes to go meet up with this Jacquay guy. Apparently him and Brianna, they were all good friends, in which I'm a little bit confused, because Brianna made a statement that Bree didn't like her before she even knew her, or before she even met her. So, and the way that they portrayed it was like they just knew each other from like kind of being in the industry a little bit and trying to make it, and maybe Bianca might have took off before Bree, and Bree had an issue with that. I don't know, but according to this Jacquay guy, and he even had some pictures of Brianna and Bree together. So once again, I'm confused, but somewhere along the line, child, these two hoes got beef, okay? And Jacquay is like the middleman, like he's like the connection between the two. So Bree goes to go meet up with him, and I don't know if this nigga's a rapper. Well, yeah, he's clearly a rapper, but then again, look like he was teaching a dance class, and you know, I don't know what he got going. Look like he got his hand in a little bit of everything, but you know, whatever gonna get you a check, child. I ain't got nothing to say about that. So anyway, the bottom line is, you know, she's basically talking to him, telling him how Bianca jumped on her at the little party, whatever. Now, at first, you know, he was saying that was fucked up, whatever, but then he said, I don't know what Bree did to provoke it. So it's clear that he know both of these motherfuckers pretty well. Okay. But he was like, y'all just need to sit down and squash this shit, because it's basically been going on for too long, and it really don't even make no sense, but she steady going on about how Bianca done jacked her style, and this and that. Now I really wish that she would refrain from saying that, because even if it is the truth, it really don't matter to us, because we don't fucking know who the fuck Brie is. We know who the fuck Bianca is, even if it was just like, she's mostly known, at least to me, from that what that shit was called, chicken noodle soup, child. I had to sing the damn song. And I'm sure that she has done some stuff since then, but maybe just ain't none of it reached down here, because I ain't heard shit from her since then. But whatever, child. So he was basically saying that maybe they need to sit down and have a conversation or whatever. And she was like, bitch, I ain't having no conversation with her. If I see her again, I'm probably gonna punch her in the face, which whatever, because she feel the same way about you. So I guess it's gonna be whoever get the punch off first, and according to Bianca, she always gonna get your ass first. So whatever. Okay, now we go back over here to Yandy. She is launching a skincare line. And Jonathan shows up. Jonathan, if anybody watched the K Michelle show, he was like one of her best friends, as well as her hairstylist, I think. Yeah, he did her hair, maybe her makeup too, I don't know, but I know he did her hair. So anyway, he's moved back to New York or whatever, and apparently him and Yandy, they're good friends or whatever. So while him, Yandy, and Juju are standing up there talking, they having a conversation or whatever, in comes Judy. I'm sick of Judy already, y'all. I'm sick of her already. So she shows up and tries to give Yandy the absolute ugliest sweater that she could possibly find. Okay, now my thing is, I don't see no change in Yandy's wardrobe. I don't see no change in it. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, and now you're trying to bring attention to it. I don't know. But it looked like they were at a rooftop. It was a rooftop scenery. It was clearly hot outside, because every motherfucking body had on like halter dresses. The niggas was walking around with no shirts on, so it was clearly in the summertime. Why you think this girl gonna put on a damn sweater? And then, bitch, you couldn't have found a better looking sweater than that? Judy girl, I cannot. So anyway, Yandy pulls her off to the side or whatever, and was like, I don't know what you told Mendices or whatever, but now we have a problem, because before that, Yandy had told Juju them that Mendices talking about he needs a break or some shit. They ain't speaking, bottom line, child. Some shit, they ain't speaking, and it's basically because of the shit that Judy went back and said. So she kept saying, or kept mentioning the fact that I don't know what you call him, and told him, and I was like, now listen, I done already peeped that Mendici got a goddamn burner phone up in this damn jail, but y'all keep drawing attention to it by keep saying you called him. Anybody that got somebody in jail, they're not going to say that. They're going to automatically say, when you talk to him or when he called or whatever, you're not going to keep making the mistake of saying you called him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all either need to take y'all time and think about what it is that y'all saying, because y'all don't let that shit slip too many goddamn times. Okay, so I understand that he makes his phone calls to y'all for the sake of the show, in which I don't even understand how that shit is happening, but whatever. Okay, but it's clear that y'all can reach this man whenever the fuck y'all want to. Okay, and Yandy basically busted that shit off her, because that's the first thing she said. Oh, let me call you back. Oh no, you call me back. Nah, bitch, we heard what you said. But whatever, child. So anyway, we go over here to Mariah Lynn. She got a new single and she got a new boo. Some nigga named James R. I guess. What I couldn't understand was, okay, we see Mariah in a pool, but was it a pool at a hotel that she was staying in, or was this like some type of public pool? But why would he pull up get out of his car and come straight to the pool. Like, that didn't make no sense to me. I mean, it really ain't no significance in me saying that, but I'm just saying, when y'all do shit, y'all need to make it make sense, okay? Because that didn't make any sense to me. And then they having this whole conversation, you know, they doing all this kissing and, you know, all of this, you know, humping around or whatever, but it's other people in this pool. Like, why y'all not in the hotel room? I mean, I'm pretty sure that this was just a scene, that when nobody actually staying at this hotel. I mean, I guess, child, y'all know. So anyway, he lets it be known that he don't like DJ Self, and he feels like, I think in the back of his mind, he thinks that Mariah Lynn and DJ Self is fucking, even though she told him that they're not. He's never even tried her like that, but he does give her gifts because she's his artist. She's on his Gwenning team. She's on his Gwenning crew or whatever the fuck it is, and you know, he gives her gifts because he wants to make sure that she looks good or whatever. And James R was basically saying, well, you with me now, so that's my job, you don't need to be accepting no gifts from him or whatever. But I don't necessarily know if that's inappropriate though, especially if her and Self had that type of relationship before you came along. Like, and she said that he's never even tried her like that. So I mean, I don't know, unless you know of some other inappropriate shit that done took place, like that shit that Anais be doing by sending that man naked pictures or provocative pictures or whatever. Now, if it's some shit like that going on, then okay, now we got a problem. But I mean, I don't know. I think he doing too much too soon anyway, child. So we finally meet Ashley, which is Navarro's girlfriend, the one that we know has a problem with Anais. So we finally meet her. She lets us know that Anais is very disrespectful when it comes to the things that she does. You know, like I just said, sending pictures, calling him 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, just doing all this shit, you know, basically flirting with him in her presence. So she feels like anytime that he's meeting up with her, she has to be there, I guess, to monitor the situation. But I don't necessarily know if that's the answer. So then we go over here to Safari and Dream Doll's date. I mean, I guess it was cute for what it was, child. I don't understand why they talking about meeting the mamas and the family already. I don't understand that, but you know, whatever. So now we got Bianca meeting up with Jacquay. Once again, he's trying to get her and Bree to squash the beef, and Bianca basically ain't with it, and she kind of got a little tight with him, you know, because she was like, nigga, you know what it is, like, so don't come at me with that bullshit, you know, trying to get me to squash anything with that bitch. I'ma squash it all right, you know what I'm saying? She was like, because if I hit you with my motherfucking shoe, you're trying to tell me that the next time you see me, all you want to do is just talk? You know what I'm saying? Now, I might have done beat this bitch ass a couple times, but I know this motherfucker well enough to know that she ain't gonna take that shit laying down. So no, I'm not going nowhere where I have to put my guard down thinking that I'm about to have a conversation and walk into some other shit, kind of like Mr. Ray did with your boy Zell. So she was like, nah, fuck that. So anyway, Navarro called Ashley and told Ashley that he had some meeting with Anais or whatever. And she was like, you know, I told you to tell me when you have a meeting with her, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, you know, it really ain't no big deal. Just cancel the shit. So instead of her canceling it, she didn't. And when Anais showed up for the meeting, instead of her meeting with Navarro, old girl was there. Ashley was there. Now, Ashley, if you are going to pull some stunts like that, you have to make sure that you're in control the whole time. And clearly, it wasn't long before you were no longer in control. Because for one, you know, I guess you thought that you was finna get her together or she was gonna be shook, but that girl was clearly not bothered by you. You know, not to say that that's okay, because, you know, she is clearly disrespecting your relationship or whatever. And at this point, it don't seem like old boy is playing too much into the shit. You know, he's kind of brushed it off as, oh, that's just how she is. But, you know, niggas is dumb like that sometimes. They really don't know when a bitch be at them. Like, it takes them a while to get it. They figure it out eventually, but it takes them a while to get it. So anyway, she turns around in the chair or whatever, and you know, she was saying her little shit or whatever. And like I said, Anais didn't really give two fucks about what she was saying. Like, she wasn't shook at all, you know. And I guess that angered her, which I know that angers people, because I used to do that, you know, because I can kind of play a couple of different characters, you know. I can be the rowdy one, or I can be the bitch that I am completely unbothered by you, but I'm about to bother your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I knew that shit pissed her off. I knew it did. And it pissed her off to the point to where now she want to fight. Like, you know, how did it get to that? You know what I'm saying? So once again, if you're going to be trying to pull stunts and shows, you got to make sure that you are the HBIC. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the security people had to come and break that shit up or whatever. So I thought that was a loss for Ashley child. But yeah, so then we go over here to Mariah Lynn at her single release party. She pulled out the ugliest outfit that she can possibly find in the whole state of New York to wear. It looks like she may have tried to get some work done, because it looked like it's either she had on like a butt pad or something, but something funny was going on with her behind, child, in that skirt. Whatever, just the observation, child. So anyway, she's up there giving her little speech or whatever, thanking everybody for coming and thanking everybody for supporting her and this and that and the other. And then next thing you know, James comes and grabs the microphone and he starts trying to say some shit. And I'm like, bitch, what you doing? Like, once again, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Like, why did you feel the need to get up there and say anything? You supposed to be there for support. And to my understanding, you and her ain't even been together that long. Y'all not even really in an official relationship, because ain't nobody said that that's what it is. But anyway, child, DJ Self had that nigga mic turned off. DJ Self had that nigga microphone turned off, child. So of course he didn't like that. So now he feels like he's gonna take this opportunity to confront DJ Self and basically let DJ Self know that he don't have to be buying Mariah Lynn nothing. And I think he even asked him if they was fucking, if I'm not mistaken. But I was just like, ooh, you doing too much, child. You was doing too much, especially for this to be just your first appearance for the season. You done gave me too much. So hopefully, you know, your shit gonna get cut mid-season or something. And I think they're trying to make him like the new Cisco, because in his confessional he gives me Cisco tease. So I'm gonna see where this shit here is going, child. But you doing too much. That may have been it, child. I don't even think it's nothing else for me to say. Oh, well, aside from Mariah Lynn coming over there to see what was going on, and basically told him that that's her boss and he needs to respect his boss or whatever. I do think that it was a different way that could have been handled, but that whole shit could have been handled a different way. I don't know. You got to stand on top of a table and you got to check your nigga, basically letting your boss hear that he comes before your man. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you got to look at the characters of this story here. So we already know that shit ain't gonna turn out well. So James felt some type of way about that, which that may have been a conversation that needed to be had, but she should have checked him privately. I understand that the conversation that he was having with DJ Self was inappropriate. He shouldn't have been having that conversation with him, but she should have had that conversation with James in private and not give DJ Self that satisfaction of whatever, you know what I'm saying? So DJ Self was like, well, bitch, what I really think the problem is that you think that you me, and you think that you can, do better for her than what I can do. It was like, shit, bitch, everybody know me. I'm DJ Self. Who the fuck is James R? Show me who the fuck James R is. And I kind of felt that. A little bit. So I'm gonna see what's going on with this child. It seems to me like they're getting ready to, I don't know. I just think that Mariah Lynn's gonna end up getting played in the meantime. Isn't it how it always ends up with her? Don't she always be the one that end up to get played some type of way? I don't know. But anyway, y'all, tell me what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you first and foremost for clicking on the video. And until next time, y'all, peace out.